The other thing we have to do more is simply experiment. You've got to have a ring-fenced area of 10 to 20% where you're allowed to fail. Now, if you don't believe me, have a look at bees, okay? They've been around for 20 million years. Bees have evolved this extraordinary system called the waggle dance, where they can communicate to other bees a good direction and distance to set out to find a reliable source of pollen and nectar. About 20% of bees ignore the waggle dance. They go off at random. This doesn't make any sense, because in the short term, if you want to maximize the efficiency of pollen collection, you'd want 100% obedience to the waggle dance. Why haven't bee compliance officers evolved, to demand 100% adherence to the waggle dance to bring our nectar collection in line with our forecast for Q3? This doesn't make sense. And then they modeled it as a complex system, and they realized it's what's known in AI, by the way, as the explore-exploit trade-off. It exists in animal foraging, and it also exists in artificial intelligence. And all dynamic systems need a trade-off between exploiting what you already know, but you've got to devote a certain amount of money or investment to the things you don't yet know, either because the future is different from the past, or because you simply haven't discovered it yet. And so bees, interestingly, have this indulgent class of dilettante bees who are allowed to make mistakes. Now, I imagine the obedient bees hate the random bees, don't they? They go, look at it, most of their journeys, complete waste of time, bloody dilettantes, just buzzing around the place at random, ignoring the waggle dance. If you don't have a certain degree of this variation built in, you become over-optimized on the past, and the hive starves to death. The other thing that happens, by the way, if you're over-optimized on what you already know, you never get lucky either. You don't have a system that allows you to exploit lucky discoveries or even lucky mistakes. We're trying too hard to innovate simply based on what we already know, rather than by exploring what we don't yet know. What we're effectively trying to do is to use data to make every single decision an act of logical induction or deduction. The really significant innovations never come about that way. They come about through a leap of the imagination, or not from the question what is, but the question what if.